in the intensity, yes, for at least 30 minutes can also become.
Welcome to Baptist Ghana. That is the health link of Baptist Ghana. On this platform, what we do is we only give you health talks. We tell you about the disease condition, the signs, the symptoms, and then the ways we can prevent it. So that is basically what we do on this platform. And we are going to do is this and every other Thursday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. So always join us. And I know that you're going to learn a lot on this platform. Okay, this evening we are talking about healthy living. And before we go to our program, our slogan for this link is that when we say health link, you respond, your health is your wealth. Your health is your wealth. What do we mean by that? When we say your health is your wealth, you would agree with me that if you have severe headache or even abdominal pain, or even if you are not healthy, how can you even go and look for money, not to talk of acquiring health? That is why we are saying that your health is your wealth. So we need to take good care of our health. This evening with me is my loveliness, Miss Marvelous Ajao. Mavi, welcome.
Thank you.
I hope you are fine.
Yes, I am.
Okay. This evening we are talking about healthy living. Before I go to healthy living, Ajao, what is health? Can you please tell us something small about health?
Okay, so according to the World Health Organization, WHO, they define health as a complete state of physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of a disease or infirmity.
Wow. Okay, so if I got you right, for me to be healthy, then physically, mentally, and then social aspect has to come to play before I can say I'm healthy. That means if physically I'm healthy, and then mentally and then socially I'm not healthy, who can't classify me to be a healthy person?
Yes.
Very good. Okay. So let's come back to our topic for today. What is healthy living?
Okay, so when we say healthy living, it's maintaining a healthy lifestyle and also adding or adapting or gaining some other activities that will boost your healthy lifestyle.
Oh, okay, okay. So that is healthy living.
Yes.
Wow.
So as I said in the definition of the health too, it encompasses the physical, social, and mental, meaning if you want to have a healthy lifestyle, you must take into consideration the physical, the mental, and the social well-being.
Oh, okay. So if I heard you right, you're talking about adapting healthy ways. Okay, so that means there are so many ways we have to adapt. So as we go on, you are going to elaborate on that more. Oh, okay, I get it. So why should I live healthy? After all, it is my own health. So why should I live healthy?
Okay, so there are a lot of reasons as to why one should live healthy. You might say, okay, I'm there, I'm not sick, so why should I live healthy? Well, the number one point I would like to mention is that if you live healthy, it helps you fight against a lot of infections. If you eat a well-balanced diet, and you eat the right amount of, you take the right amount of nutrients needed for your body, it boosts your immune system, and then it helps your system fight diseases easily. Yes, that's one point. Another point again is, these days we have certain diseases that are quite common. Examples are diabetes, high blood pressure, and so on. Now, if we live healthy, then we would be able to fight, or we will be able to boost our body. We'll be able to help our body to reduce, yes, let me say, to reduce the risk of getting those diseases.
Okay. Let me add this. Gone are the days when we thought that it was only elderly people that get hypertension and then diabetes. No, it's not that way this time around. This time too, younger ones are getting hypertension, they are getting diabetes, and even the chronic diseases. So please, the youth there, don't say, oh, let me eat what I have to eat. When I get to 50 years and above, then I can reduce some of the things that I do. Because with that, I know that when I'm getting to 50, I'll get some conditions. No. Now anybody can get it, so please, let's be cautious about our health. Next, Ajay, can you continue?
Okay. And even to say a little bit more on that point, some people will go like, in my family, diabetes is common. And we know diabetes can be genetic. But then let me say that if you try living healthy, if you try taking up some activities that would help strengthen you, it's even possible for you not to get some of these diseases.
Wow, that means living healthy is a very, very, very important thing. Because if there's a disease in your family, and for you to break that chain, if you live healthy, if it's going to help you, then why don't I live healthy? Wow. Then I think we are going to do as you have said. Okay.
Okay, another point is for my people who want to lose weight, who want to get rid of unnecessary fat. When you live healthy, as a side effect, you can lose unnecessary fat. If you eat the right amount of food, even the right amount of fat at the right time, it's very easy for you to lose unnecessary fat.
Eating the right food at the right time. Very, very important, because you can't be eating as late as 11 p.m. and you tell me you want to live healthy. If you're even drinking water, that is fine. But if you're eating heavy meals like our fufu abanku at 11 and then we are sleeping the next 5 minutes, wonderful viewers, I don't think it's going to help us. So please, let's desist from that activities. If it is what we do daily, because sometimes some people just do it once a while, that we can pardon you. But daily, it's not going to help you.
Okay, so the next point I would like to talk about is for those who say they find it difficult to sleep. Sometimes when you adapt healthy lifestyle, when you adapt a healthy lifestyle, it helps with sleeplessness. Now, why do I say this? Let's take, for instance, the younger children. You see, they go out, they have a lot of activities, they run around, they do this. They come back home, and then you see how, before you know it, they are fast asleep. Now, when you exercise, your body is like a machine. It works. And then later, when it needs to repair or when it needs to relax, after you've exercised, definitely you are going to sleep. Let me put it that way. You are going to sleep. You are going to have the right amount of rest you need. So healthy lifestyle can help with sleeplessness. And then again, I would also like to talk about stress. Now, there are some chemicals in our bodies we call hormones. There's this hormone called endorphin. This endorphin helps to release stress. And so it is a byproduct of exercise. When you exercise a lot, endorphins are produced, and then they help to release or take down the stress level in the body. And then even after that, it also helps you to become more happier, because when you are stress-free, definitely you'll be happier. So that's another point. It helps reduce stress. Again, another point I'd like to mention is it makes you stronger. This one is self-explanatory. You go to the gym, or even not gymming per se, you just walk or do a little bit of exercise, and before you know it, your body is in shape, and then your body is strong, and then your risk for injuries is even reduced. Another point I'd like to mention is confidence. Now, if you have a great shape or you have a healthy lifestyle, it helps with your confidence. It helps with your confidence level. you don't have to be ashamed of, oh,
That is high self-esteem.
yeah, yeah. Because you see some people who are, let me say, you see some people who are not in great shape, let me put it that way, and then you see how they are always anti-so, let me put it that way. They feel like
Let's know
people will
the
laugh at
obese
me.
people. Sometimes you're
Yeah.
afraid because everybody wants this shape and everything is falling off. So I'm getting you.
Good. So this healthy lifestyle sometimes, in fact, it's not sometimes, all the time boosts your confidence.
Wow.
Yes. And then another point I also like to mention is inspiring others. So now let's say you even were obese, and then due to healthy lifestyle, you've been able to achieve a great shape or a great body. Now, that alone would inspire those who think, oh, there's no hope for me. This body, that is what I am going to live with till I leave this earth. But when people see you, hey, this is the person who used to be like this before, but now, oh, then it means I have hope. Or it means I can also be like this person. So you'll be a source of inspiration to other people. And my last point is on cutting down of expenses. Now imagine if you are not living a healthy lifestyle and you fall sick all the time, you have to go to the hospital. They will say, do this lab. They will say, do that lab. They will say, buy this drug, buy that drug. Isn't it just increasing your expenses
It is
more?
so mindless. It is.
So instead of unnecessary expenses, why don't you just live healthy? Why don't you just adapt a healthy lifestyle and then cut down all those expenses?
Wow. Let's live a healthy lifestyle and cut down those expenses. So we come back to our slogan, your health is your wealth. Because if you live a healthy lifestyle, you cut down all those expenses and then the money comes back to you. You can use it for other projects instead of buying drugs day in and day out. So what are some of the ways that we can live healthy?
Okay, so ways of living healthy, they are going to be under three main sections. Like when we're defining health, we talked about physical, we talked about mental, we talked about social. So under physical, I'd like to talk about food. Eating 3 times a day, that is breakfast, lunch, and supper.
Wow. I think there's a saying that you need to eat your breakfast like a king, and then your lunch like a prince, and then your supper like a pauper. I think in a way I would agree with them, because why would you eat a breakfast like a king? That is when we need lots of energy. You are going up and down in the morning. So if you eat like a king, you eat your heavy meals, the balanced one, the nutritious one, you have more energy to do the activity that you want to do. You come back to your lunch, at least you've done most of your activities. You eat like a prince. You don't eat like a king. You eat nutritious diet, but not heavy as the one you ate in the breakfast. We come to the dinner. You don't eat your heavy meals at that time. That is the mistake most of us do. It is in the evening that we eat our banku, the evening that we take our fufu, the evening that we eat our rice balls. Meanwhile, that should have been in the morning. So you eat like a pauper in the evening. Who is a pauper? Somebody that doesn't have enough. So the person doesn't even have enough to buy that huge amount of food or that big food that we see. So the person eats something very little. So please, let's go by this, and I think it is going to help us.
And then still touching on food, we have to eat less of carbohydrates and more of fruits, vegetables, whole grains. Now, when I say carbohydrates, starchy foods like the cassava, the yam, yes, those things, we have to cut down on it. Now, I'm not saying we shouldn't eat them at all, but then we should eat less of them and more of fruits, the bananas, the pineapples, and then vegetables, the consommés, the salads, all those things, they should be more. Yes.
Talking about the salad, when you come to our setting, some people think the salad is meant for only the whites, which is wrong. I think we also need it as a human being. It's a very good thing to be eating your vegetables all the time. Let's not limit it to one sort of food. That will make it boring. Because, for instance, if you eat only your consomme every day, every evening is consomme, you get fed up. But if you mix it, today it is ayoyo, the following day it is your salad, I think it will be balanced. So the leaves are not meant for the animals. It is meant for us as human beings as well. So let's do our best and chew for us.
Okay, now I would also want to talk about portion control. Now, when I say this, it's about eating not too little, not too much. Not too little, not too much. Now, some people who want to lose weight will go like, hey, me, I shouldn't eat plenty. Why? Because I shouldn't eat plenty. Why? Because if I eat plenty, I would add more weight. And some people will go like, me dear, I've cooked the thing plenty. I don't want it to waste. So I have to finish eating it. No, just the right amount of food that the body needs is what we have to eat. Just the right amount of food.
Just the right amount of food. So portion control is very, very important. And with the portion control, what I mostly do is I don't use a big bowl. Because sometimes you are not hungry, but because you have a very big bowl, you try and fill the bowl with food. Even if you are full, you don't want to waste the food, as you just said. So you keep on eating, and then that won't make us live healthy. So let's take care of that as well.
And junk foods. Let's talk about junk foods. Junk foods like fries, potato chips, burger, all those junk foods are not what we are supposed to be eating. What those junk foods do is they just keep adding to the fat, and they just give us unnecessary fat that we don't need. So if we want to live healthy, we have to cut down on all those junk foods.
Okay.
And then again, added sugars. All these fizzy drinks that we take now, the Cokes, a lot of drinks, we really do not need them. We really do not need them. If we cut down on them, I can assure you that you would add, or should I say, you would not reduce the number of years you're supposed to spend on this earth, because healthy living will definitely sustain you more. Yes.
Healthy living would definitely sustain you. So that is Baptist Ghana, and that is the Health Link. That is your host, Mary Adeoba, and then our nurse, Mavi. Auntie Mavi, please continue.
Now, over-the-counter drugs. Over-the-counter drugs. Some people go like, me, I have headache, so I have to go and buy para. Para is especially people just abuse. Let me use abuse as the word. My head aches. Then quickly to the pharmacy. Give me para. Give me Diclo. Give me this. It's not always the best. Now, your head is aching. Do you know exactly why your head is aching? No, you don't. Why don't you go find out from the hospital instead of over-the-counter drugs? Drugs we get from the chemist, drugs we get from the pharmacy. They are not always the best. So rather, when you have a knee pain, when you have a headache, when your lower back hurts, sometimes they are symptoms or signs of underlying conditions. You could easily just go to the hospital and find out to be sure, rather than using drugs that are not prescribed.
The over-the-counter drugs is a very big concern. It's a very big concern, because what I always tell my friends and those who come to me is that you have headache. Sometimes it's not sickness. You are tired. You just need rest, and then you are good to go. You work the whole day. There are some people, apart from they sleeping in the evening, even that one, they will sleep at 11 and wake up at 3. That is just 4 hours. That is the only time they sleep. Aside that, they don't sleep. They don't have any time for rest. It is work, work, work. And even the work, you don't even see what they have gotten from what they are doing. So at the end of the day, their body is stressed up. So they are always complaining of body pains or headache. And then with that, you don't go and buy drugs. Some are buying diclofenac, paracetamol. They are just abusing it. Left, right, amoxicillin. They just take any antibiotic. At the least cough, they are taking amoxiclav. They are taking amoxicillin. They are taking this. They are taking that. Please, it's never good. Sometimes when you are sick, just wait for a day or two, especially with the headache. You wait at least for a day. You rest. After resting, look at a day or two. After that, if the headache still persists, then you can come to the hospital and then we'll see you. But you just don't go. You take anti-malaria drug this week, next week, the following week, the third week. Let me tell you, if you do that, the day that you have severe malaria, there will be your body has built resistance, so no drug would cure you because you've taken all the drugs and then your body is something else. So please, I beg you, those who are close to me, they know I usually do that. When they call me that I need diclo, I'm very tired, I'm very sick, I tell them, rest for 2 days and let's see what happens. If it doesn't go, then you know what to do. And mostly they come to me, so there's something in rest. And I say yes. But most of us, we don't do it and we don't know. So please, rest is important. And another thing that I think we will talk about is water. Auntie Mavi, sometimes I'm so sad if somebody sits somewhere and start boasting. Hey, for me, the whole day I have not taken water. Come on, and you are boasting. If you tell you what you are doing to your system, you'd be sad. Please, don't feel thirsty before you take water. It is a must for you to take at least 8 glasses of water a day. So don't wait till you think you are very thirsty before you go and take water. Make it a daily habit. Take water all the time. And I think we have a video about water we would like to show to you. It says that when you take water first thing in the morning, it has a lot of health benefits it's going to give you. So let's watch our video for some few minutes and then we will come back. Welcome, lovely viewers. That is still the health link of Baptist Ghana. And as we said earlier on, when we say health link, you respond, your health is your wealth. If you are healthy, that is when you can talk about wealth. But if you are not, then there's a lot of things to talk about. Auntie Mavi, so what else can we talk about when we talk about healthy living?
Okay, still under physical, we can talk about exercise. Now, some people, especially the old people, will go like, me, my bones are not too strong for going to the gym. My bones are not too strong for jogging. Now, it's not necessarily jogging alone that can be classified or counted as exercising. Sometimes just walking for at least 30 minutes can also be counted as exercise, and it can also help. Yes. And then you can do this for at least 3 to 5 days in a week. Now, that is not to say you cannot increase it, but then especially for people who are now or who are yet to adapt the healthy lifestyle, you can start slowly and gradually you increase it. You can start slowly and gradually increase it. Increasing in the time, increasing in the intensity. Yes. So that's what I can say under exercising too. Now, we will go to mental health. So when it comes to mentally to sleep is the first thing I'll talk about. Now, sleeping is very important. But then it's sad that these days people do not have enough sleep. That's where you hear people go like, hey, my midnight bundle, no. I can't sleep, just I have used it. Or someone will go like, no, I have to work. I'm not done with my work. But then, if you don't sleep, let me tell you that the brain gets tired. And when the brain gets tired, mentally it affects you. Mentally it affects you. So sleeping is very important. And one might ask, for how long should I sleep? Now, it's a range I would give. Between 7 to 9 hours, you must have that amount of sleep, that amount of hours of sleep.
So, in our earlier on, we talked about health, and then we said it consists of physical, mental, and then social. So with the mental, our nurse is making us understand that sleep is very, very important. Please, let's sleep. Enough of the WhatsApping. Anytime you go online, you just see some people are just online. Anytime they are online, even at dawn, they are online. Anytime they are online. So you ask yourself, when do those people sleep? And then sleep is also important if you want to be healthy, because if you don't sleep, your system has not rested. So it also comes with lots of conditions. So please, let's sleep. And talking about the sleep and the WhatsApp thing too, please, our children are also we need to also watch them. Because sometimes when we are also sleeping, they are also doing another thing, especially with the Facebooking and then the WhatsApping. Let's take the phones from them and let them sleep. Because when they don't sleep, it will affect their studies the following day when they go to school. When their colleagues are learning, that is when they feel sleepy. Because they use the time that they have to sleep for another thing. So please, sleep is very, very important. Let's notice that too.
And then again, they say that all work and no play
makes Jack a dull boy.
So sometimes, even though we are usually very busy with work, because someone will go like, if I don't work, how do I get money? If I don't work, how does my family get money? Now, we are not saying don't work, but then find time. Find leisure time. That's what I'll say, leisure time. Find time to relax, to do certain things that you enjoy doing. At least with that, you are relaxing the brain. Your brain is resting from the week. Usually, I would say the weekend will be best. It's relaxing, and then it's taking some rest from a busy week. So I would say find a leisure time to do certain things that you love doing. It could be sports, it could be reading, it could be anything just to take your mind off work stress. So that's another thing that can help with our mental health. Again, I would like to talk about something that a lot of people have issues with. Now, you might think this is insignificant, but then in a way it is very important. Now, it is about saying no when you know you can't do something that is being asked of you. Now, you ask me why. So somebody will tell you, okay, please, I need you to do this for me. You know you cannot do it, or mentally you don't want to do it, but then you feel like you can't say no to the person.
Because you want to please them.
Exactly. Oh. And then you see you are not happy. That's how you start frowning all the time. You start thinking about it and go like, "Maybe I did come in person." Before you know, you are always thinking about it. You are stressing the brain. Why don't you just say, it's not like just say no like that, but politely you can tell the person that I am very sorry, but for this, I can't do it. It's not the end of the world. So I'll just say, learn to say no sometimes.
My family calls it vitamin N. So vitamin no is very important. And even with our kids, sometimes we need to use the vitamin N. That is the vitamin no. It's not any time they ask you, give me this, I want toffee, I want biscuits, I want this, I want that. There's no other time that we need to give them. We tell them no. So sometimes the no thing is very important.
Okay. Another point I would like to touch on is let yourself be pleased with your achievements, whether it's big or it's small. Do not compare yourself to people. Contentment, that's the word. You have to be content. Now, you would see your other colleague, and then your other colleague did something big, or your other colleague achieved something higher than you did. It doesn't matter. Even if what you achieved was little, be content, be happy, pat yourself on the back, tell yourself you did well, and then just next time, make sure you do better. So I would say that be pleased with yourself with the little achievements or even big achievements that you have.
So by so doing mentally, I'll be okay, right?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
And also, another thing I would like to touch on is getting advice. Now, there are people that are depressed. There are people that go through too much stress and then they get depressed. Now, people like that naturally just decide to stay at their corner, decide to isolate themselves. Now, that is not the right thing to do. Rather, you're supposed to seek help. You're supposed to seek advice. You're supposed to get the right people to help you overcome that depression. Because if you get yourself too depressed, you can harm yourself and you can even harm others. Wow. So make sure you get help when you are depressed.
Get help when you are depressed. So at least you need to get people around you can trust. People that you can talk to. Because when you are depressed, you can't console yourself at that time. It is somebody that will tell you, no, this situation, God is in control. This situation, you overcome it. Or this situation, I've been through it, I did this and it's helped me. This situation, I've seen it somewhere before. That is how they did it and then it's helped. So please, let's get closer to ourselves. And I know that we are going to help each other when it comes to being depressed.
Lastly, on the mental thing, I would like to talk about something called avoidance behavior. Now, what is avoidance behavior? Avoiding things like tobacco, for instance, or let me just say smoking in general. Now, avoiding smoking goes a long way to help you in terms of healthy lifestyle. Now, smoking causes damage to a lot of organs in the body. It can cause damage to the liver. It can cause damage to a lot of organs in the body. So when you avoid smoking, it helps to sustain you, as something I said earlier. It helps to sustain you. It helps to avoid certain conditions or certain diseases that would decrease your lifespan. So avoiding smoking is very good in terms of healthy lifestyle.
Okay.
And also alcohol. Alcohol, to cutting down on alcohol is a very important step in maintaining a healthy lifestyle. So avoiding alcohol too. And now we would go to the last heading, which is social. Now, when it comes to social, having people around you is very important.
Very, very important.
Having friends, people you can trust, people you can talk to. Some people will go like, people are gossip, so me, if I tell this person my story, the person will make sure he or she spreads it. Well, it's not everyone that is like that. Is it? There are some people who actually care for you. There are people who actually want to see you okay. And so when you surround yourself with people that you can trust, people that you can talk to, it goes a long way to help you in terms of even mental. You see, all these things, they go hand in hand. They all have to be balanced. So making sure your social life is in check helps with your mental life too, with your mental health too. Because if you have issues, you tell your friend, you're able to open up, your friend is able to help you. Mentally too, you'd be okay. So that is what I have for social well-being too.
Okay, Auntie Mavi. I think to end it, I'd like to say that all our senses, our ears, our eyes, our teeth are also very important. If you have a problem with your eyes, visit the eye clinic. If you have a problem with your ears, visit them at the ENT department. And your teeth, visit your dentist. And one thing I'll say is, please, let's not wait till we are sick before we go to the hospital. At least once in a year, go to the hospital, even when you are not sick. Go there, tell the doctors, tell the nurses, I'm just coming for a routine checkup. I want to find out that everything is moving on well in my system. And nobody's going to harm you. No nurse is going to send you back. No doctor is going to walk you away. We are going to take very good care of you. So that is our health link. And then as I said, you respond to your health. It's your wealth. Aunt Mavi, thank you for the advice or the health. In fact, it's been great. We've learned a lot. We've learned a lot. And I know we'll come back to you same time next week. Next week, we'll be tackling stress management. Stress management. We are going to tell you a lot on that. So that is Baptist Ghana, and that is the Health Link. Watch us on our YouTube. And then we send on our YouTube, you watch us, and then you are going to love us. We have other programs like the RLM, and then the Sundays program. We have a lot of program for you. Just join us on Baptist Ghana, and I know that you are going to be blessed for watching us. Thank you very much. It's been lovely. That is your host, Mary Adeoba, and then my guest, Nurse Ajao or Auntie Mavi. Thank you very much and have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.